Okay, are we ready?
Hello everyone, this is Emilio. He's studying computer science at Full Sail and he wants to present to us the lovely website that he has built. This is our first interview. We're doing allies that are supporting our cause. And with further ado, please welcome Emilio.
Hello, first I would thank Natalie and Abao for the invitation, and also Loud Ladies as an organization for taking this brave cause in Full Sail.
Natalie, now are we going to move it down there?
What's that?
Are we going to sit down and talk about his website, or are we going to do it?
Oh, I thought Emilio would show the website. That's why we'll show the website as you click through it, and you can explain it. And then if you want to go to a more sitting down thing, just to talk about Emilio and everything.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so you could even chill down here until Emilio is done, and then.
Yes, we'll talk about
Okay, perfect.
I don't know much, but I know that.
Okay, so this is canister.network. You can see it at this URL link, and this idea came from because I'm a huge movie fan, and I get to know a lot of talent people here at Full Sail. Also a lot of directors, producers, people with big dreams out there in the industry, and they are creating so much good stuff right here. And I used to ask them they show me in their computers, personal computers, their short film that they did for last month, and asking, so cool, man, where can I see it? Oh, it's in my computer, it's in my personal drive. Oh, and I asked somebody else, where is it? Ah, it's in my YouTube. Oh, it's in my Instagram. All the content was everywhere. And the idea came to me right there to create a place where you can see everybody's work right here, in a same place, like a Netflix, but for film students. So that's how canister.network was born. And the reason that I started using it is because I think that one of my cool parts of being a computer scientist is to find problems, but more important, find solutions to those problems through software. So we can see is art from students to students. It's a canister web platform where students in any art degree can share their art. This is some filmmakers that you should know, and the idea is for these filmmakers to be rotating month after month. So we have people from masters, from bachelors, people who already graduate, and the idea is if you click in any of these profiles, for example, Mateo Bekic, he's a Peruvian friend, you can see all the different films that he has created through his career at Full Sail. And you can contact him through his Instagram, and you can click on any of them, and you could start seeing what it's all about. And you can see, oh, that's cool. And you can text Mateo one day, hey, I want to do something you did here in Loverman. What do you recommend me to do? With which professors? What type of camera? To start creating a community, because I was impressed how a big creating content community as Full Sail is doesn't have a place to show everybody's work, or to see what else has been done here and to inspire yourself. So that's what Canister is doing. Right here we have some films. Here is divided by genders, terror, comedy, drama. And here I'm making promotion to a friend of mine. He's from Chile and he's so good on color grading, on anything to editing videos, he's the best. So I think it would be cool to open a space for people in Full Sail looking for that extra gig that could expand their career. Now here we have, and then the problem with films is that films take too long to create, and it's such a process, the post-production, pre-production, all of that I start getting frustrated with the small amount of users or the small amount of creators in my community. So that's when a friend told me you should go to music, and here's when I started getting into musicians, and I started seeing the amazing people that work here at Full Sail. And we can see all the same type, but for example, this friend of mine, Anaria, she's from Colombia, and if you click here, you can see their Spotify, all the songs she's created, and their music videos. And I seen that how talented people is in Full Sail, and sometimes it's really hard to meet people here at Full Sail at campus, because they go to classes and then they just go home, and then maybe you can find somebody that really connects with what you do, but she or he is 2 months apart from you, and you will never meet them. and that's a solution that I present with the software. And if you click here in CEO filmmakers or here in CEO musicians, you get like a full database of all the different musicians. Right now we grow to, in the last 2 months, we have 20 users right now, and we are expecting like everybody can come in, and we are thinking about later on moving to computer animation, to graphic design, to have like anything here. And if I would be you, I don't know, if you are in film, I would just type like here, film, and here is sorted now by all the film people right here. And I don't know, this is a Ukrainian friend of mine. You click here and say, oh, I didn't know that there was an Ukrainian community of film here at Full Sail. You can contact him and you can work with him. And that's the main idea. And if you are interested in being like inside the platform, like right now we're having like a average of like 100 to 70 people a day looking at the website. So that kind of traffic could be really helpful to you, to your art. So if you are interested in being part, you just need to click here in contact us, and there are the steps to follow in order to get your art here. And we are open to everybody. Thank you.
So, Emilio, thank you for presenting us, obviously, your beautifully executed website and giving us an opportunity to share ourselves. We do have some questions regarding your persona, and if you would like, you could go into depth regarding your website. But
Sorry. Okay. Could you just see if anybody has any questions about Emilio's website first? Okay. And then I thought you wanted to do like a sit down with the interviewer, no?
I thought like it would be easier to because he's already there up there, like with his website, like show.
He's got a casual side too.
Okay.
You wanna,
Yeah.
just to get another shot.
Okay.
And then we can make it like separate content, and then make it more content.
Okay. Yeah. Totally.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
Does anybody have any questions for Emilio? Yes, I do.
How long did it take you to build all this website stuff and have it running and good?
Okay, so that's a really tricky question. To being honest, the idea came to me my first Hall of Fame, which was 2022. So that was like the first time I saw like everybody, people like really was telling me to see this, and I saw the short film, and that's when I get the idea. But at that time I had like zero experience developing software, so it like took me like, I had the idea and I started like getting going, but like really slow. Then a month was like really hard at computer science, so I like completely quit the project. But then something funny happens at Full Sail, that you think you're like a freshman, and you blink your eyes and you're like 6-8 months from graduation, and that just happened. And I say, okay, I know I have a good idea, and I will be really sad if I get to graduation and I never like give it a shot to the idea that I had. So I just committed. Like last month I just have like one class, and I have like 5-6 days like free through the week, and I say, okay, I'm committing 100% to get this done. So I have like the idea, so going back to your question, like it's tricky because I wasn't too committed, but if I really committed from the first time, I think like in 3 months I could get it done. Because everything that I did here, it was like self-learned. Nothing of here was teach here at Full Sail, but yeah, I think that it's important to commit to your projects to get it like done as early as possible. But in like general, like 1 year, and so on, like that.
My question is, are you still going to be working on this and promoting this after you graduate?
Yeah, the idea with me, I have a partner, a Brazilian partner called Luis, and we were talking just about that this weekend. And he told me that, yeah, the idea is to, if we get like the amount of people, or if we get like the community that we expect to get, it would be a shame that this project ends with us. So I would like to find like in the side of me as a technician, like a computer scientist, I would like to find somebody like is also committed to share people's art. And yeah, I already have a friend who's like helping me with the tech stuff, and I already asked him if he wants to continue with it because of the portfolio and the experience he can get, and he's completely okay with that. And yeah, so the plan is, if we get to the point that we want to get, it would be great to the school to have it. So yeah, we're planning to continue after we graduate.
What was the biggest challenge you faced when creating your website?
In the technical side, I think that getting the right YouTube videos tutorials, because some of them are like not as good and really long. But I think now the technical side is like not a problem. The problem is like to get people like inside get people inside the platform, but in the film side, like music people, like they tell me like, okay, I will send you my Spotify link and my Spotify link and my Instagram, and I got their profiles in 5 minutes. But film people are like, they have projects going on, they have videos that they haven't finished editing, so they're like are real slow. So the main problem is getting those films inside, and also connecting the databases to the canister side was a little bit tricky at the beginning, but I think I got it now.
Awesome, awesome. Any more questions? Nope. Well, I do have one more question. Is there any advice that you would give to anyone that has similar projects in their mind?
Sure. So I would say that if you're in any degree, you should like get a side project as soon as possible. I think that not only in Full Sail, but in all colleges, you get like a lot of free time, and especially in Full Sail. And you can either like chill and be relaxed and once you get to graduation, you will see like, oh, I should have work in more projects, meet new people. So you should get a project. So that way, because every month you have like, I don't know, 5 people from your same degree that have the exact same classes, that did the exact same thing. So you should do something about it to be differentiated at the end. So when employees see your curriculum and the other person's curriculum, see like, okay, this guy did more about it. This guy tried to make more connections. This guy worked in more projects. So you should like get something that you're passionate about and work on it, and don't leave it as an idea. So you can have $1 million idea, but if it never gets into execution, it will be a $0 idea. So you should be a executionist, and zero perfectionism. That's a problem that I got at the beginning. I'm like really perfectionist with the stuff that I do, but always the output of a perfectionist is always 0. So you should not ever expect everything to be perfect. You should be like, get going and see whatever it goes from then.
All right, Emilio, so we have some questions for you. Our first question is, tell us a bit about yourself. Why did you come to America? Why did you come into Full Sail specifically? Could you elaborate?
So I'm 20 years old. I'm from Mexico, from a small town in Mexico called Aguascalientes. Not big on tech, not big on anything. And the reason I came to America is because I thought that I need to come to a place like really. First, I wanted to change. I think that in the 20s you need to move out of your hometown. You need to like experience living by your own, having roommates, stuff like that. And I wanted to came to America because here's like the place to come in America about technology. And about Full Sail because I've never been too good at school, so I wanted to get as fast as possible. And also because a friend of mine was coming here and he recommended me, and I know that there's a really good career development and tech opportunities in Florida. Like a lot of community or these big companies from California are moving out of California, and a lot of them are coming here to Central Florida, to Southern Florida. So I thought it was like the perfect time and the perfect place to be.
Nice, nice. And so in regards of your aspirations, like after you graduate Full Sail, what is your vision?
So at first I would like to get a tech internship. Like it doesn't have to be a big company, but I would like to get like the experience on the industry, technology, to get paid by coding. And I heard that the salaries are good here in America for that. And I also I already met some people that could give me that opportunity to get to the internship. So I'm like confident about that. But I don't think that I was really privileged to get out of my hometown in Aguascalientes, and I don't think that it would be like a good thing just to go out and never go back or never look back. So I would really want to, at some point in my career, going back to Mexico and give something to them, like give them the opportunity that I have to other people, and spread the thing that coding is not that hard. You should everybody can do it, and if you learn to do it properly, the doors of the world are open to you.
That's very lovely to hear. So you've chosen to be an ally for women at Full Sail and therefore in the entertainment industry. Can you share a story of what made you understand our viewpoints?
Yeah, of course. So I think that is really connected to you as a Mexican is the love to your mother, and I saw that my father was there always, but he used to travel a lot and work outside of the country. So, and now you realize, now that you don't are living with now that I'm not living with my mother, I realize the big job that he made. There's three men. I have me and two other brothers, and we are a mess. So we like to party. We are loud, and my mother was taking care of us. At the same time he was doing that, she raised a company of transportation in Mexico, and that field, the transportation industry field in Mexico, is full of men, and I saw her fighting all the industries, and she was really inspiration to me. There are sometimes things that are so big, at the same time they're invisible, and that's a problem that she told me about. Nobody wants to see the problem, and she was fighting, and I totally admired for that. And I think that if you have the privilege and if you have the opportunity to help others, it's your, as a human, it's your responsibility to do it.
I really did not know that about you, and that's a really awesome story. Congrats to your mother for being a super strong woman. And in terms of looking at her being empowered, do you feel that that's an adjective that you would describe the Loud Ladies as? If you could have 3 words to describe us at, would it be empowerment? What would it be?
I think for Loud Ladies, I think the first one should be commitment, because I have a conversation with Natalie, and we do, and I heard that it's not as easy as you may make it seem sometimes. To find a community, to see to help others is not always as easy as you may think, and you need commitment. Another one, it will be, I don't know, courage or being brave, because I know that it's topic about inequality is not something that everybody wants to talk about, but it's something that it needs to be talked about, and you need bravery to put it in their face. This is what's happening. These are the numbers. It's not the same. The game is not the same for men and to women in the industry. But sometimes men don't want to see that, or they don't want to understand it, and it needs bravery to show them that. And the other one, I think, I don't know, really lovely community, because you can feel the way you're doing things here are for the right reasons, and are you really care for the people to join the Loud Ladies.
Awesome. So courage, commitment, and community.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And well, you as the only man right now, do you feel that sometimes when men are surrounded by women, they feel out of place? And if so, why is that?
Can you repeat the question?
So you as the only man right here, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel out of place when you're surrounded by just women?
Yes.
Yes.
I cannot say no.
Okay, could you elaborate as to why you feel this certain way?
Well, number one, because I'm a computer science student, and there's not a lot of women on that field, and that's a problem. There should be on the tech industry, and I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, you feel well, maybe because it's my first time in a Loud Ladies event, and I was super grateful for being invited, and I was a little bit shy for that, and but yeah, sometimes it is hard to see a lot of women, and you're being the only man. But no, but you as a community, Loud Ladies, that really let me feel hugged by the community. You never took me apart. Natalie, of course, since day one, she has helped me to understand what it's all about, the mission, the goal, and you really make me like feel more trustful and more in peace with being here.
That's definitely our aim, to make everyone feel like it's a safe space and it's invitive, and we want to welcome everybody from all walks of life. So if we could ask anything of you is that if you see a woman that is surrounded by just males, if you could also extend that same kindness, it goes a really long way. And now just to make it a bit more upbeat, if there is any good movies or series that you would recommend to us.
To Loud Ladies,
Yeah, or just anybody.
I would definitely recommend Cruella de Vil with which one, with Emma Stone, I think she did.
Awesome,
Yeah.
strong female lead, yes.
Yeah, I love that movie. It has like that plot twist at the end, and like she's like really powerful, and like I like the way like she grows like in the industry, and like she like changes things, and I think like that's somehow like Loud Ladies want to do, right? Change things.
Yes, that's definitely what we're doing to do, and I love that you said it was like a female like empowerment story. Yeah. So what piece of advice would you give to men who seek to support women in the entertainment industry, but they don't really know where to start?
I would think that first, when you if you get to meet like places or like communities like Loud Ladies, I would say like, man, like it's our time to like listen, to understand, not to give our opinion, not to give like the man point of view. So don't go to those places and try to make them like, oh, you should do this, you should know. It's your time to shut up, listen, and like understand and see that there's this problem that needs to be heard, and you need to see it. But I think that if you're really like going to commit to a community, you need to go and be humble, understand and listen and support as much as you can.
Awesome, yeah, definitely take that piece of advice. And just for fun, if you were to collaborate on a project with any women of the entertainment industry, alive or dead, who would you pick?
That's a good one. Maybe, I don't know. I was in a band when I was in high school, and we used to play. And our singer was this friend of mine, a girl, and we used to do a lot of covers for Janis Joplin, the rock artist. Or I also love like Adele, and because of my mother, she also loves Adele. But yeah, I think with Adele or Janis Joplin.
Awesome, awesome. Would you say that Adele gives you like an empowerment feeling, or what songs make you feel empowered?
A little bit sad, some of them. They're like sad songs, but yeah, definitely like her voice is once in a time this generation, and I think that yeah, it makes you feel like you can do anything.
Nice. Is there a specific song?
I'm really bad with song names. The one.
Sing it.
You're just like a movie.
Oh, I know that song. I don't know what time.
What?
When we were young.
When we were young, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one.
She told me not.
Yeah, so that one, I really like that one. It's
Awesome.
sad. It's not like so perfect, but yeah, I like sad songs.
It makes you feel like youthful.
Yeah.
Okay. So how have your interactions with Loud Ladies helped you grow?
So one thing that I saw while I was creating the website, going back to the website, is that right now I have 20, like the stats, I have 20 students. We have grown like a lot since I like really focused on committing to the project. And that's cool. We grow to like from 4 students to 20 students in 1 month. But I've seen that from those 20 students, I just have 3 girls. And I see, okay, that's a problem. That's what Natalie was talking to me about. That's what I've seen in the campus when I'm like here. Like there needs to be like a place to like showcase women work and see that girls are as good as a man in anything. So that's the thing that I wanted to like my idea coming to getting like in touch with Loud Ladies is like I know that you got like this community of girls that know that are like empowered or have the courage to like put their stuff out there in this main world, and I would like to help them through Canister to get their art to more ears, to more people seeing them.
Awesome. Thank you for the explanation. And now for our last question. Imagine a world where there is no gender barriers? What is your vision for this world?
With no gender, I think that it would be a better world, because I know that the idea is to know that everybody, like girl, woman, and men are the same, but I really think we're not. But it doesn't mean that someone's better than the other. It means that we have like different capacities or different skills. I know that girls are like really good, like being selective. Like they are more like critical thinkers than men. And I think that a world where we have more critical thinking in bigger like charges, like government, like CEOs, it would be like so much better for the world. And yeah, I think that we're not the same. We have different capacities, but like we need those capacities in more places. We need more women in the tech industry, more women in the entertainment industry, but not only as performers, but like the people in the suits making the decisions.
Different but equal. Yeah. All right then. Well, thank you so much, Emilio, for your time. Your story is very inspirational, and we hope to have you back again.
Thank you. Love to be back.